Hi Taurus, welcome to your August 2020 He Said, She Said reading. Thanks for joining us. My name's Michelle.
My name's Richard.
Let's get started with your reading. For your oracle cards, Taurus, we have the Book of Shadows and the card of Orchid. Now what's interesting about these two is the very high vibrational energy that I'm picking up. They're both associated with the crown chakra, so leveling up. There's an energy around this of wisdom, but it's wisdom gained from experience. When you look at the Book of Shadows, or a witch's grimoire, which is essentially what it is, it's where someone would store their personal knowledge to be perhaps, it's more for the own person's use rather than handing it down, but it could be handed down. But I get an energy here of using this for your personal use. The feeling that I'm getting around you is one of flourishing, prosperous, blossoming energy, coming into your own. If you think of a beautiful orchid, and this woman here, she has these butterflies down at the base of her neck, and it feels transformational. And what comes out of the butterfly energy is one in which you are the butterfly. So it feels to me like coming into your own, strengthening your position, gaining knowledge from wisdom, through experience, and thereby living your life in a more higher vibrational way, Taurus. Now, Richard has pulled a card from the Mausolea deck.
It's a card of Abraham, Justice of Pandemonium, and it has a feeling about it of how one could keep their higher vibrational aspects and get rid of the things that they don't like about themselves.
Interesting. So let's see where this goes, Taurus. Either side can resonate, of course, so please keep that in mind. And if you're cross-watching, this could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. At the bottom of the deck, I've got the Page of Swords.
And I have the Four of Swords, but it's in the reverse.
So let's see where this goes. We'll start with the status of the relationship, how you feel about this person, the strengths, the challenges of the relationship, advice on what to do, what not to do, what's hidden or unexpected, and the potential outcome.
Okay. Status of the relationship, how this person views you, Taurus. Strengths, weaknesses, what this person should keep doing, what they should stop doing, what's hidden for this person, and the outcome if nothing changes.
We have the Four of Swords, so more swords energy. So immediately there's a feeling that I'm getting around this of taking your time to think things through logically. There's a feeling around this of needing to take some time. Why? Because I feel like the energy around you is one in which you've been perhaps fearful of making poor decisions, poor judgments, and so you've taken this time to gain some greater clarity. It's all about that wisdom, because you do want to prosper, you want to flourish, you don't want to be stagnant, and you don't want to go backwards either, Taurus.
Yeah, when you look at that Four of Swords, the card, you'll see three swords here above the person here who's lying down, and the fourth sword is down here, and those three swords are the Three of Swords. I get a feeling of somebody is recovering here from a broken heart.
Yeah.
But it's helping them level up. It's helping them to gain some clarity about things within themselves that they want to grow, and other things that they might want to get rid of.
Yeah, some kind of experience.
So over here we've got the Eight of Wands, but it's in the reverse. I get a sense here of lack of communication. With that Four of Swords in the reverse on the bottom of the deck, I couldn't help but wonder if this person over here is getting a bit impatient with you, Taurus.
Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. How do you see this person? More swords energy. The Two of Swords. So it is about making a choice, but it's a very difficult choice. So you're pausing before you make that decision. So Taurus, you're taking a step back, you're taking your time to get clear in your own mind, because you don't want to make a mistake, obviously. But there's a feeling around this of needing to manage how you deal with this choice, because at the moment I'm getting it more from reason and logic, And you need to temper that, balance it, if you will, with intuition, with your higher mind. So when we talk about flourishing, we talk about the crown chakra. It feels to me like somebody here, Taurus, I've got it as you, but it could be vice versa, is really struggling with making a difficult decision. And in their mind, they're not really clear about it. They're making all kinds of lists. Taurus, I get you as someone who is thinking this through constantly. What do I do? What do I do? What's the best option for me? You may even be reaching out to others for advice, but I get this as more of an internal thing. But really the answer is within yourself, and it's because you have gained some kind of knowledge through experience here that you need to tap into to make this decision.
Okay. Looking over here at how this person's viewing you, Taurus, we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, they're seeing you as, well, I don't think they're seeing you as you see yourself. I think you're seeing yourself as somebody who's recovering. I think you see yourself as somebody who's getting on the right track. But I feel like this person here is impatient, and they still see you as being the King of Pentacles in reverse.
Let's take a look and see what the strength is here, and it is strength itself. So it is about a strong connection between people, and what I'm getting here is that this is about not only showing compassion, love towards the other person, the one that is struggling here, perhaps, or has been dealing with a difficulty in their life that has caused them some stress.
I actually think that's you, Taurus, who's been having the difficulty.
But I also get an energy here of this is the ability to navigate yourself through that.
That's exactly right. Not needing anybody else's assistance.
Yeah, it's good to have both. And I feel you do have both, but the strength here is your own thought process, how you feel about yourself. It's about showing yourself compassion, forgiving yourself, especially if you're struggling with choices that you've made in the past. And instead of focusing on perhaps bad choices that you've made in the past, or things that you're struggling with, perhaps some perceived mistakes or something like that, really what you need to focus on here, Taurus, is getting control of the things that have forced you into this kind of rest in the first place. I feel it's thoughts, some kind of circling thought pattern, perhaps about yourself here, that's causing you to stress, to worry.
All right, so looking over here at strengths, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse here as a strength. Well, it's a lack of enthusiasm. Yeah, Taurus, I think you've been saddled here with a bit of a naysayer, somebody who is not very supportive of your way through this. I think they're of the opinion, oh look, you should have been over it by now, Taurus. You should have been over it by now. But they're not seeing the truth here, because the truth is that you are strong and you are getting through this in your own way.
Right. Let's take a look at the challenge. We've got the Lovers. Well, there's that decision again. It's a choice. I feel that you, Taurus, you have some kind of choice to make here. It could be a choice in lovers for some of you. But I do think that for you, you're struggling with making this decision. You're really trying to decide if this is the right choice. Is it the ethical choice? Is this going to be yet another mistake, you're thinking? So you're really struggling with that. But the thing is, you have to really focus on your own strength. Focus on not how you perceive yourself in the past, because I get some kind of weakness here. Weak decision making. It feels like there's an issue here, Taurus, of thinking that you're weak in making decisions, but the real truth is that you actually have a strong position around making this choice. You have to just trust yourself more.
Well, it's about accessing that intuition that Michelle was talking about earlier. And when we talk about this crown chakra, that's the top chakra. I mean, it's a chakra.
That's the higher vibration.
The highest vibrational chakra.
You're not in the same place as you were before when you were making decisions.
That's right. You may have been making decisions more from your heart chakra, for example,
or from the more lower vibrational, more like a temptation or a lust or greed, that kind of thing.
Okay, so let's take a look at the weaknesses here, and we have the world in reverse as a weakness. So this person, the Taurus you're dealing with, isn't ready to close things out. They seem to be wanting to sort of hang around or keep things the way they are. Maintain the status quo is what I get here, and it's coming up as a weakness.
Right. Let's see what the advice is. We've got the Five of Swords as the advice. Well, it's very much a card. When we look at its positive aspects, it's hard to look at the Five of Swords and see it as a positive, but what I'm seeing here is that this is about thinking of yourself, maybe putting yourself first, perhaps putting yourself first, whereas in the past you've put everyone else before you here, Taurus. So it's not about winning or losing or battling anyone here. It's more just about, you know what, I feel like it's time for me and that I need to look after myself. And that's the way that I'm feeling around this. Now, I do think that when we look at this, we go from the 4 to the 5. So it's progression. So it's movement here after this rest, and it's probably going to be the first thing that you do, is think of yourself in this matter. Put yourself first.
Yeah, when we look at the cards over here, it's not hard to imagine this person is not very happy with the possibility that you might do that.
Right.
It could be that they've grown a bit used to you, Taurus, taking care of them.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, and they might have grown a little bit too comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Having too reliant on you is what I get.
Right.
Okay, let's take a look over here. Oh, look at that. Two of Swords coming up is what this person should do. Well, it's about helping you make your decision, Taurus. It's about not making your decision harder, but making it easier.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see what you shouldn't do. With the Seven of Wands, it's about battling this energy here of trying to resist a change, resist a choice, resist change, just period. There's a feeling around this of leveling up, as I said. So the thing with you, Taurus, is that you have to trust that you're doing the right thing. You have to trust that you'll be able to make the right choice, the Lovers, because I get you doubting yourself because you seem to be putting yourself first. So you're thinking to yourself, well, should I be doing this? Shouldn't I be taking into account other people in this case? But it feels like I'm speaking to a Taurus here who, in this particular case, and this won't be for everyone, is being asked to step up here and really make sure that their needs are taken care of. So it's not about what somebody else wants here. It's about what Taurus wants.
Yeah, I think, Taurus, you've been putting people ahead of yourself probably for most of your life. And I think now you're beginning to come to the realization that maybe it's time you took some time for yourself. You took something for yourself.
Right.
Let's take a look over here at what this person should not do. So we've got the Six of Swords here in the reverse, and it's about stopping the boat from moving on. And this is what they shouldn't do. What they need to do is allow you the possibility of finding your best self or being your best self.
Let's take a look and see what's hidden. We've got the High Priestess in reverse, so that's that trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. What's hidden here is your intuition. So there's some kind of aspect here of ignoring it, maybe even not trusting it, putting it to one side and saying, no, I'm going to think logically about this. This is a decision I feel that is going to need to be made more from your intuitive, your higher mind, than from what it looks like on paper.
All right, let's take a look over here at what's hidden for this person, the Sun. We see things are a whole lot more bright for this person than they would choose to admit that they are. You know, I said earlier that I thought that this person was perhaps too reliant on you, Taurus. I think they are, but I think without you, they'd be just fine.
Right. Let's have a look at the outcome. We've got the Moon there. So there's a struggle. I do think that there is fear associated. Now, when we talk about this card of experience with the Book of Shadows, what I'm getting around this is if we don't take that more higher vibrational road, if we take the low road, for instance, then we come across this fear. Fearing the true self, fear of being who we are, fear of exposing who we are.
Right, fear of accessing your intuition and looking at what you're going to find there.
Yeah, it feels like that. It feels like fear of meeting yourself, fear of meeting your own needs.
You know, sometimes it's easier just to stay in that place, but there's also a place that's going to lead to a whole lot of resentment, Taurus, if you don't try to access those higher vibrational areas that you have the opportunity to access at this point. I think that's why this decision is so hard for you.
Yeah.
I think it's because there's a lot of fear associated with it. Let's take a look at the outcome. We have the Four of Cups for this person over here. You know, that's a very withholding type energy. I was kind of getting a sense of that down here with this Eight of Wands here, this Page of Wands in the reverse, both of these in the reverse. And now there's Four of Cups as the outcome. You can see that this person's just going to pout when they find out that you want to pursue something for you.
Yeah. You know, when we talk about Abraham, right, it's a card of, what were the keywords there?
Justice, truth, and duty.
Justice, truth, and duty. Well, that's the thing. What I'm getting around this is a card of, which speaks to me of Libran energy. And same with the Two of Swords here. So it's about making the right choice and being seen as fair. I think that's what someone here will consider this unfair, or potentially unfair, that someone's putting their own needs in front of another.
But I think, Taurus, I'm getting the impression from this reading that that's exactly what you have to do. And it's so that you can experience the growth you need to experience. Otherwise, you're going to remain stunted.
Yeah, and I get also potentially blocking the other person from their growth. And that's what we have the Sun, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it speaks to me of something that is changing in order for there to be growth. Now, one person's already grown. Now, they have a choice to make, possibly between two people here. The other person, I think there is some difficulty with growing up, right? Page of Wands there, energy, pouty energy here as well. So someone who isn't seeing themselves perhaps as a king or as a queen, it doesn't really matter the gender there on a general reading. And this is going to be an opportunity for them to grow, to level up.
Yes, that they're immature, aren't they?
Yeah, there's an immaturity around that side there. And that they seem to be judging perhaps this person on the basis of, oh, that's totally unfair.
It's interesting. Justice, truth, and duty. Yeah. So they see it, Taurus, as being your duty to take care of them.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
And they're going to think it's unjust if you decide that you want to take care of yourself.
It feels like it. Yeah, something like that. So we'll see where this goes in part 2. I hope that you join us there. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be on the Vimeo channel. It'll be about another 25 to 30 minute reading. We'll be doing some Lenormand readings as well as clarifying what's on the table, looking in depth, and checking out some oracles for guidance for the future as well. So if this one's resonating, please do join us there. If it's not resonating, please be sure to check out the Soul for Repair playlist, and there you'll find more readings that are done in this style. They're not sign or time dependent, so please do check those out whenever you feel like it. Of course, we're available for personal readings. You can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, for more information. Don't forget to press that thumbs up button and leave us a comment down below. And if you're a newcomer, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. So flourishing here, Taurus, you're leveling up, but you have to trust that in your own judgment, your ability to make the right choice here. So we'll see where this goes in the extended. We'll speak to you then. If not, we'll speak to you again very soon.
Thanks, Taurus. Goodbye and good luck.